Good morning. This is Tuesday Addams. I haven't done anything with Tuesday Addams for a while. A lot of things have happened. Oh, my ex-husband committed suicide. um, um, that was in November of 2021. Okay, this is 2023. Okay, but it's only been like a year and 2 months. I didn't get to go to college this year again, but that's okay. I'm going back. I'll get back on track. The one thing that happened to me that brought me back was that my friend died. It was unexpected. It was wrongful, and it just looked questionable because of where we're at. Like, the trains, they're always so important here in Muncie. And, she got hit by a train. This was the girl that expressed her concern to me. She was being trafficked in a sex ring. She was going to move to Anderson. Well, she didn't. She tried to stop the trafficking by moving into moving into a bando. This was an abandoned house. Okay, she was really questioning me about what I was doing and why. She knew why. It's exactly why I'm here. Because you have to put a stop to it. And they will hit you and hit you and hit you until they can do it again. Okay, well, I found out more information. Okay. I was going to do a big thing. I bought Halloween costumes and stuff. That's the worst thing to do. Why? It's happening. I couldn't do it because it was wrong. My body and my spirit would not let me do it. 2 days before she died, she came up to me and she said, "Myra, does anybody come and check on you?" I said, "No. No. My crack dealer." That's what I told her. I was laughing about it, but, it was the truth. But, I mean, it's because, he just got out of prison. And he found out where I lived. And he's not doing that anymore. And I'm working, he pays me to do things, on the computer, online, to get him back in work. So, basically, it's a job, but I didn't go into that, but I was joking, but it wasn't really funny because I understood what she was saying. 2 days later, she was dead. I seen her that day, and I wanted to talk to her. She always knows. She was so proud of me. She used to tell all her friends and her family. See, she has a lawyer in her family, and her brother is in prison. He was drug task force. Her brother was. He was a police officer. Alright, drug task force officer. He's like FBI. Pretty important. And he's in prison. He had a girlfriend that died right before they got married. They were young back then, but anyway, I couldn't believe the things that had happened to her. I wanted to write a book about it. It was like, oh my God. And I thought my life was crazy backwards. It's the same thing. These people, they are the mafia. They traffic you. They give you a choice. And they have important jobs in your city, in my city. Everywhere you go, they're rich, powerful. And people just look away. Even your own family. Never worry about it. Say no. What happened? I would think that's a lawsuit. True, my friend's mom cared about her. She let her, go over there and take showers and use the restroom and stuff. So it was the bando belonged to her family a long time ago, but he wasn't living there anymore, or he died. He died is what happened. Okay, so this is what happened to me in Delville. Okay, listen to this. Okay, I lived in Delville. Same three people, the commissioners, James King, Steve Selby, and Don Dunning. Well, Don Dunning died in October, or September, October, something like that. He died, and then my friend died in October. And they had a reception or a dinner for her. And I went, and it was at Pekin Park. It was so symbolic. It was just... a gathering will be held to celebrate a life beautifully lived. And there's a picture on it. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to see it. Okay, see? You see the hat on. Her name was TRULA. November 17th is the day they had it. A month later. That was my anniversary. My wedding anniversary. I got married at a church on Howard Street by Reverend Pete Powell. My ex-husband grew up with him. And he married us. Okay, so I had some really weird stuff happen to me. TRULA had a smart aleck attitude. Okay, she's a lot like me. She's real smart aleck when she wanted to be. Okay, her ex-boyfriend, she was letting live in her shed back in the back. Because he's a wreck. He's a train wreck as well. Paulie. He used to do so many things, and now I worry about him, but I talked to him. He told me she got hit by a train. And I thought at first it was a suicide. Right? I was positive it was a suicide. Because that's crazy. And it's ironic, because I keep getting told, it's hard to stop a train. And they're talking about the mafia. And the gay power. The trainers. From the time that they're babies up until they're 8. If they're not gay by the time they're 8, if you haven't turned them by the time they're 8, it's too late. Okay, that's what they said. That's what they say. I mean, that's the saying that goes around about the gay mafia. So they try to turn them before they are 8. Okay. Well, her husband was in the mafia too. And he took her kids. Okay, and he was one of those guys. Okay, so he was not charged with child molesting, because he was covered by the mafia, right? And they were smart, and she was blamed for everything he did. Okay, then she was trafficked. Trafficked straight to Bridges. Bridges is the last stop before you die. Bridges doesn't stay there anymore. I mean, they changed it. After I sued, they changed the people and the name and the mission, but it's the same people. Same thing, same game. Nothing's changed. And it's the truth. We're not friends. We're not friends. Me and the people at the hub. I think that's really crazy because on my anniversary to my hub, they had this, because I went up to the building commissioner and I told the whole office, I was like, they are murdering people, trafficking people around, murdering people. He didn't want to hear it. The office did take photos. They did understand that people know what he's doing. He's a commissioner. Okay, well, the planning commission, naturally. I don't know who all those people are, but I do know Steve. And I do know James King. He was chief of police in Delville when I moved into my house after my mother died. I immediately started getting attacked. Okay. I got, and Don Dennick was the health department. He was on the board of health. I think he was the chairman, might have been, but he was a commissioner. They ran a prostitution ring. And they killed their victims, and they steal their properties. They're not allowed to own. I owned a house in 1996, 37, 98 on 1512 North Elm. I bought it on my credit. My credit. Not my husband's, my credit. And I lost it. Because James King was my kids wrestling coach at the POW Club. He's a police officer. Right? Anyways, commissioner, yeah. Ever since then. And they married him to the squeezes on TV. You know, the power squeezes. I didn't know nothing about that until 2001 when they let me feel it. I realized I had him, but I didn't know that because I didn't feel it. So now I can feel it. Okay, so I knew something was weird. I didn't understand what was happening. He was there too. Yes. Yes. They were watching over the TV. They spoke. They coached my husband. They were talking to my son. Ever since he was just a little boy. Ever since my ex-husband was a little boy. They get covered by that mafia. Look, I had no idea any of this was happening. Everybody was mad at me for wanting to sue. And do you know why? They think I'm part of it. They want to point and accuse I'm part of it, and I'm doing it for the money because everybody that's part of it always does that. Okay, they're like, I can sue. Well, no, nobody was ever good to me. Nobody was ever good to my kids. Nobody was ever good to my ex-husband. Nobody was ever good to us. And TRULA was one of those beautiful people that our family kicked her out because of that. In the end, before she died, she was... This lady at the hub she had stolen her bra. TRULA's bra. This girl's bra. This lady, my friend's bra. And my friend was so mad. She has a temper. And she lifted her shirt up and tried to grab the bra off of her boobs. She just wanted to see if it was hers. Okay, well, they called the police and charged her with sexual battery. Guess what? That's a sex crime. They charged her with a sex offense she didn't commit. They didn't charge the girl for stealing her bra. This was right before she died. And she had grandbabies. She's trying to get custody of and trying to get her kids. And now she couldn't be around them forever. It's a forever. Sex offenders aren't supposed to be around children. You know what I mean? Forever. She's not a sex offender. Everybody knew about her. The chief of police. Okay, so James King is the commissioner of the police. That's a lawsuit. That's a huge lawsuit because they knew she wasn't like that. They set her up and they knew her husband was guilty. Not saying last names because for obvious reasons I'll get killed too, because I mean they are really after me for blood too. My husband died. Okay, so what's the point? You trashed me, you trashed TRULA. You lied about us, you lied about our identity. You want us to commit suicide. That was the whole point. Was to drive us crazy, charge us with everything our husbands did. That's not the mafia. Do you know what the mafia does? The mafia lifts up the mothers of their children and their mothers. And they have prostitutes anyway. Yeah, they're violent. Yeah, they're mean. But they pay their bills. That's the real mafia. These people are just fucking wannabes. Greedy motherfuckers. None of the white-collar criminals. Child molesters. Who want to pretend to be the mafia. That's not real. Let me tell you something. The real mafia don't put up with that shit. They're respectful. It's about respect. It always has been. In Muncie. And in every Muncie was important. Because it was about respect. When John Dillinger came, the chief of police was good to him. He didn't rob any banks in Muncie. Because it was about respect. Where is that respect? Where is that respect? The mothers of their children and their children deserve to have a future. They try to kill it no matter what. Either way it goes. They meant to cover a crime they committed about our properties. It was about our fucking properties. They wouldn't let her rest. They wouldn't let her sit there. They didn't let me in Delville either. So, my point was, I was going to start a lawsuit this month because I figured the whole thing out. After my ex-husband died, I knew I had proof that they knew better because he had a history of it. I mean, I don't know why. It didn't hit me that, I have always had the evidence on my side. I could have always done it. I went to Victims Advocate and they treated me like I was a criminal. And I had no criminal record. What are they doing? I was kicked out of a better way for something they know I didn't do. It was their fault. And I started being trafficked really hard, really tough, really fast. Everything I owned was in that house from the time I grew up. My grandfather built that house, Who owns that house? I used to watch them fucking harass me every day. Every day. The police pulled me over every day. I'm not even an alcoholic. Let me see something. I forgot about drinking. I was so busy doing something else. I forget about drinking. For 14 years, I didn't even think about it. Oh, maybe every once in a while I might take a drink. Somebody had a beer, I might have one. But I didn't buy it or nothing. Now I'm starting to buy it again. Because I forgot. I can relax now. Because I know most everything and I just want to go to college. I just want to have a career. I just want to have a choice. I want to be independent and free, and I'm not. I'm not. They bully me. They're not allowed to do that. I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend. I'm not allowed to have company. I'm not allowed to go nowhere. I get picked on day and night, 24/7. I'm watched by people who want to pick on me for being human. I'm human. I'm allowed to make mistakes. I don't have to be perfect. I was mad about it. So, since, and I got some FBI report forms. So, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I hope I have some people on my side. Because if you don't fight for me, I'm going to die because of them. Nobody pays attention because they ruin our identities. They say we're somebody else. We're not. She was a good grandmother, good mother. She loved her kids, and I don't care what she did. She didn't deserve to have them taken away from her and have her charged with her husband's crimes. Sexual battery is what she's charged with. That's fucked up. They're backwards. And they do it on purpose. Let you know who they are. And the whole point is, that's treason. It's backwards. They don't do. They're not. They're supposed to sit there. Usually they will pretend they love their wives and kill them here in Muncie. And right, poison them. Muncie women are crazy because the men are nuts. Because they will tell them. Because by the time they get to be 25, 28, 30, they're ready to kill their wives because they want younger women. They're child pornographers. Okay, Taylor, so, if you are watching this, if you watched it all the way through, I want you to tell me, what do you see here? What am I wearing? Answer that question, because I really want to know if you made it through the end. Because this time, baby, this time, Taylor, this time I'm going to follow through. This time they might murder me. And I need you. I need you. And I love you. And I'm not through. I'm going to be working on podcasts for my book. I'm going to start on another book, obviously. I'm going to develop TRULA into this book. When you hear her name, TRULA, don't you hear TRULA? Got hit by a train. That's why she did it. That's on purpose. And if she didn't do it, what if they beat her to death? And set her in front of it. The police officer, there's only one witness. She really knew she was a sacrifice for the gay power. Human sacrifices are illegal. Human sacrifices are satanic. So they're just admitting, yeah, that's what we do. Here in Muncie. Is sacrifice humans for gay power. You give gay men a bad name. That's what you do. Muncie. But I wasn't talking to you, Taylor. I'm talking Muncie. Anyway, I'm getting back on track. I love you, Taylor. I'm not gonna put this one on there. I'm on jammies and stuff, but I miss you, and they're really interfering with our relationship. What they do is they're stalking you and me, controlling all our friends and whoever we. I've never been counted into a group of a circle of people who were closer to my enemies than they were me. They always take my information, everything I say, and use it against me, trying to block me or obstruct me from doing what I want, doing what I need to do, steal from me, lie to me, and keep me from succeeding. So I have to count myself out and not be a part of any circle. I have to let everybody go. Yes, I don't have any friends. I never did. I only wanted you guys. It was always about you guys. This whole time. Everybody knew my husband. Everybody I was around were talking to him behind their back and kept their mouths shut. So he could create illusions. They knew what he was doing because they're all part of it. And I don't care what you did to betray me so bad that I can't forgive you. Trust me. I'm your mom. I'm going to forgive you for anything you do. Because I already blame your dads. I already blame Kevin and Glenn. I don't blame you guys at all. Billy, I don't know what's wrong with that stuff. But I will sue until I get them so I can care for them, because I know. I think Dustin's stuttering now. Remember? He used to have problems a long time ago when he was abused. He used to have Tourette's. He has Tourette's. It will happen. So, And I'm sort of losing my hearing. I'm going to have to go to the ear doctor. So it's hard for me to hear. It's hard for me to see. I'm losing my eyesight, really. I need to go to the eye doctor. But I'm still driving, and they control the fact that I cannot go even out of the city with my drive. My brakes are going out. And my car was stolen. And the police see every little thing I do. Okay? Even charge me with things I didn't do. But they don't see anything that happens to me. Do you know what that is? Reckless disregard for the consequences of their actions. They have no responsibility to care. They feel like they have no responsibility. That's a setup to be put on disability and be put into an institution and to have no one around you. Because if you don't take responsibility for people that you care about or for your actions that cause people to go crazy or hurt people's feelings, if you are abusive on purpose or neglectful on purpose, it's contributory neglect. And it's punishable by people can sue you, people can charge you with being an accomplice to murder, manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, voluntary manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, because you're part of a conspiracy. It's a criminal conspiracy and collusion. Collusion means they are behind your back, speaking to one another, planning a crime, or planning to cover up a crime. And it is the commissioners that are guilty. And the chain of, the commissioners, the chain of command, are connected to a group of people that looks like a rope that circles in and pulls back on one person, squeeze people to death. Okay, now that's why they call it a snake. Okay, so they're a group of people who's okay. Word of mouth is a power. Okay, and it's dangerous. And they don't care, and they have women too. Women who are, and these people are crazy because these people, they don't get taken care of. They get nothing. They're homeless with nothing. You know what? The mafia says you're free. You're free. You do whatever you want to do. But no, that's not what America's freedom was about. It wasn't. To let you guys take control and force everybody into criminal confinement by your snakes, by your power, by your illegal power. Organizing crime to commit theft, larceny, fraud, and use your positions and authority in the system to cover up a human sacrifice, theft of property. It's always about the property, because they did it to my mom too, my aunt. My aunt's dad did all this from the time my aunt was dating my Uncle Larry, my mom's older brother, but was the youngest boy. He died young. She kept him out of the loop. Nobody ever educated us. I was the sole heiress of my grandfather's properties. The whole sole heiress in his will. I got nothing. I was not counted in. That's a lawsuit. Now, I would tell you the legal terms for that, but I forgot. I don't want to look at them right now, but I just want to give you a heads up. This time, It's gonna happen, okay? I've got things to do. I love you so much, and this time I mean to do it this year. If I don't get it done this month, it will happen this year. Because I don't have much time. You know, I'm 52. My mother died. 52. She didn't even turn 52. Okay, listen. Yes, she did. No, she didn't. She was born in 51. No, she didn't. She was 51 when she died. Okay. I want you to remember Grandma Dottie's birthday. It's January 29th, 1951. And she died at 51. My Aunt Rosalie was mad at her because she was the baby and my grandfather loved her and treated her well. My mom, she attacked her character and attacked her and slandered her until my mother had no life. She told everybody she was a predator. She told everybody she was, she was a child molester. She attacked her character. She was just a kid. You're not a child molester when you're a kid. That's not true, okay? Everybody's guilty. Okay, everybody's guilty of experimenting, and there's nothing wrong with that. Once you get older, you grow out of it. Everybody does. But the mafia will attack you and attack you and attack you for things that you didn't do. They will punish you forever and make you take a sacrifice for something they did. Now, that's my aunt. Taylor, why don't you take that seriously? Because she is not your friend. She's not my friend. That's why I left my family, okay? Because they were the bad guys. So, I am going to have to sue them for my inheritance back. I love you. I love you so much. Okay? Well, be careful who you talk to. The ones closest to you might be your enemies. I'm not your enemy, and I put my life on that. I love you with all my heart. And he did this to be mean. And I can't believe everybody was in on it. Jealousy. He would lie to him behind my back. He would do things like, okay, for instance, remember when he used to, when I let him back the last time, he was trying to put Dustin in the shed, and there was no insulation in there. Right, and he was going to rape his baby. He was raping him at that time. Okay, I'm not going to tell that online. We're not going to go there, okay? Justin was tripping because he couldn't say anything. He was beating him to death. Okay, so no wonder he's crazy because he was like, he did not fucking care whether I knew it or not. He was going to do it anyway, right? And Justin understood that I was not able to fight with him. He meant to kill me as he drugged me. He meant to kill me. Okay, he took just 2 weeks out of my life. I don't remember it. He stole my wedding rings. Him and Lori pawned it, and they went and smoked crack. I didn't know anything about crack until after that. I had no idea that's what they did. Okay, my computer's gone. My songs are gone on my cassette. My art, my drawings are gone. My photo albums are gone. He took all of that. Remember the autograph photos of, to Billy, to Taylor, to Dustin from Robin Williams? He took those. Remember Myra's Models t-shirts? And Dustin went with him to the job fair when we lived down at Jackson's Trailer Park. And the newspaper took a picture of him with the governor shaking his hand and stuff. And Dustin had that Myra's Model t-shirt on. And they put it in the paper. It's gone. I put it in a frame. It's gone. Everything that was important, gone. Everything that proved who I really was, it was evidence. It proved who I truly was gone. He was meant to erase my history and rewrite it. And give me his mother's heart, his mother's identity. A junkie. That's what they told everybody. So I was a junkie. I was not a junkie. I wasn't even a drug addict. I mean, really. I wasn't. Then you know that. I had quit drinking. I mean, you come to somebody's house when they're in bed and take them in jail and never take their son over to Wales and never give him back. Are you serious? He forced that to happen. I was there 24/7. I was awake. I was alert. I was there. Yeah, I was sick. Yeah, and I had the right to be. I'm human. No one had any responsibility. They were complete reckless disregard for that could have resulted in a fatality. And they meant it to. But it didn't. They have to deal with me now. Okay, well. I love you, honey. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Yeah, he tried to put him out there in the shed, and I told him no. Okay. So then he turned around and told everybody, I'm the one who forced him to sleep in the shed and froze him to death because there's no insulation in there. He flipped the truth. He always took the credit for everything that I did. Everything I did good, he wanted to steal. And he was the one who was not that. He's not stupid, but he was not that intelligent. I guess he wanted me to think he was stupid because he was making all kinds of crazy decisions. And I had to watch everything he did because he was reckless, careless with people's lives. He endangered you guys. And he did this to be abusive, to be mean, because he couldn't stand it that I had the right to protect you guys and keep you away from him. And he was mad about it. He told his mafia friends, I'm not allowed to do this, but I'm in the way, I'm the one who's supposed to have the power. Because I'm the one who you guys protect me. Okay, I don't have anything. So they pierced me with the FBI shadow. I have no power against these people. And they took all my power. What they did was take all the commissioners, all the power, and turned it against me on purpose. I go up against one person. One person. All that power. Do you know what that does? Causes suicide. Severe depression. Causes drug abuse. Because you can't handle it without, doing something. Medicating it for some reason, There's a lot of people that go through this in college, Taylor. And when you go to college, you'll find out, that everybody's going through what I went through. Uneducated people are the ones who die. Okay, I love you. I have to educate. I have to tell you everything. You have to listen because it'll save your life. I promise. I'm doing it to save your life. I need you to understand everything that happened to me so it don't happen to you. It don't happen because it will happen to your daughter too because we were born into that stupid mafia. Okay, and I need you to protect your child, but you have to do it intelligently because if you don't, they'll kill her, they'll kidnap her, they'll turn her into a prostitute, which there is no love in this world anyway, but you have to at least teach her to be intelligent and have to be independent. And she's a blonde. Oh my God. I feel so scared for her. And Marissa, married, Rick. Oh, I need to tell you this. Brad Hatfield told me that, Glenn actually shot the gun at Rick, tried to shoot him in the back of the head. I think that happened to you. I'm sure it is. I know you would never commit suicide. You would never do anything like that. So, I'm sure he did it and told you did it, except he has a history of doing that, Glenn did. Rick, his brother, McKee, would be so fucking mean that he would turn around. I could see him doing it. Now, he didn't tell me this happened, but I could absolutely see if someone tried to shoot me in the back of the head, if I had the strength and the power, I would turn around and try to force him to turn the gun on himself, and shoot him. And pull the trigger myself and make him do it with his own finger. You know what I mean? And I would leave until the police got there. I wouldn't mind because I would be guilty. I mean, I could see that happening, so that made some more sense to me. But I'm not going to accuse Rick because he's dangerous, and I don't know that, and I can't prove it. So, and I know that Glenn shot his mother in the chest, but nobody could prove it, and nobody cares. She was not a bit of Jackie, but she had really gotten better. And they thought that Glenn was a part of that rape and murder of Lisa Roberts. Here, back in 1986, I was pregnant for Dustin. I love you. 1987, 1986, I think that. Yeah, because he was having a lot. He got arrested. Glenn got arrested for prostitution and attempted murder and grand larceny. Because him and Jay Smith were working at Ross Supermarkets over on White Boulevard in Tillotson, where back there where it used to be. It's not there anymore. But they were carryouts, okay? And at night, they used to go down the strip on Walnut, where the gay men by the courthouse, and the police station, where the gay male prostitution ring was. And he had been prostituting with a teacher that was a professor at Ball State. And when he was a teenager, he was like 15, 16, 17, okay? And they covered it by saying they were doing yard work, okay? But he would pay him good money for prostituting with him. Okay, he was raised like that, okay? He did it with a lot of people, and the commissioners already knew that. Don Dunnick was here. James Key's dad was part of that. I don't know about Steve, but they're all just here to cover crime. They're white-collar criminals, and they don't care about their people either, okay? But the point is, my husband told me, Glenn told me all this, okay, when I was 19, I was pregnant for Billy. I tried to forgive him, because he was crying. That man's told me he had problems, and I was okay, I was open with it. I was his friend, but he just, I understood he had homosexual tendencies. It was the power, the squeezes were predator squeezes, and my squeezes are doctor squeezes, and Dustin and Billy and yours squeezes are doctor squeezes, and trust me, they know the difference. There are squeezes that are predator squeezes, and you can't stop it till you kill somebody. We are not those people. We are not. Dustin, Billy, we are not predators. We do not kill people. We do not have an instinct to steal from people either. We're not thieves. Okay? But predator instincts, they can't stop. The squeezes will squeeze and squeeze and squeeze until kill somebody. Okay, that is not you. And that is not me. And that is not Dustin. That's not Billy. They can really finagle things in a way that makes us appear guilty, but our history and our personality and people who know us, who will tell the truth about our character and who will not lie about our character and make us less than we are, like worse than what we really truly are. If they do that, those people are meaning to kill you. In the end, you'll be sorry. You need somebody to tell the truth. You may not be the best person in the world, but nobody's perfect. But you are better than most people. And Dustin and Billy are better than most people. And to have these crimes and these things happen to us is somebody else's doing. Because it would not have happened if I was with you and I had been the number one authority. They took the power away from me and gave it to my husband and Kevin, their dad. And why would they do that? Here, I taught at the YWCA modeling, okay? I read you guys books at night before bed. You know, I gave you guys baths, made sure you had brushed your teeth, I did laundry, I cleaned, I cooked and cleaned, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got to make sure you guys got to school. No, you never did miss a day of school either, okay? I made sure you guys were clean. I made sure, you know what I'm saying? I had all my responsibilities. I went to my modern lady to a gym and worked out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You guys went to wrestling. You guys to Pal Club where James King was the coach. That was your coach with Kai. Remember? Yeah, James King was the coach over at the Pal Club before, and he followed us all over the place. They've been doing this behind our back. You know, they planned to do this in when we were in Florida. He had been ruining my reputation back then. And that, the police came in to my house illegally. I let them They didn't even have a search warrant. No, because because your stepdad, Glenn, was at work and he was crazy. He was paranoid crazy and was so scared for me to be alone. No, I was going to find out somewhere. I was going to talk to somebody. I was going to go somewhere. He made sure the boys watched me like stalkers and told on me. Everything I did. Like, I didn't do anything wrong, but Billy used to make stuff up because that's the only time his dad ever gave him attention. And Grandma Dottie used to not pay attention to him because he was like that. He would really make up lies and stories, and, everybody knew he was making big whoppers up, but just to get attention. He's a middle child. Middle child syndrome, they're always neglected a little bit. They're but they're also the greatest personality in the world to be around because they accept everybody. They don't fight. They don't fight over attention. They let everybody have their attention. And then they're just funny, So, they don't fight over, I gotta have this. They don't. They don't argue about that. They accept everybody has a right to be here. Everybody has a right to have a say. Everybody has a right to have what they own, and everybody has a right to have attention. And they'll wait until everybody else is done, and then they'll do what they need to do. They don't fight about it. Okay, well, you'll learn when you go to college that you were meant to be a doctor. And I knew that. When you were married to the Squeezes, that's when this happened. Glenn flipped out because I seen it happen. I watched him do it. When they married you, you were sitting on my lap. You were sitting on my lap, and the TV, when you watch the TV, he would see the TV Squeezes. Look, commissioners would talk over the TV. And if they're mean to you and they're abusive to you, in the air, and they're talking to you and let you know they're there, that's called the kiss of death, because they put you underground and you're not allowed. It means you're in a traffic ring. That means nobody you're around is nothing you do after that is your fault, because they control everything. They control your emotions, they control your actions, your behaviors, because they control everything around you. They control the people around you. They plan this stuff. Okay, well, he was born into it. That's so bad to be born into that. But you can get out of it. It's hard, but you can get out of it. I'm going to help you. You have to have support. You have to have people that love you and people that care about you. I do. Let me stop this. And, because it's getting too long. I love you so much. I want you to be on board with me. I need you closer to me. Is your daughter in Illinois? Because if she's not, you need to move back up here with me. I want you to come up here and take over this house. And I'll sue. We'll sue. And I want you to move in over here, and I'll help clean. You and your girlfriend, I'll help clean it up. And we'll take care of if you got charged with anything, we'll erase it. I'll sue the FBI. I'll sue whoever charged you with anything, because you are not a criminal, and I will expunge your record, I promise. So if you and I'll get back in college, but I need your protection, and you need mine. And we need her. If she truly loves you, I want her to come up here too. Okay? I won't be mean to her. I didn't realize, you know, I'm mad because I don't trust anybody. I know she'll forgive me. If she's a good girl, she'll forgive me. Okay. But we have to get your good daughter. Okay. And we have to get Billy's daughter too. Tell her too. Also, we have to get custody of Billy's daughter. Don't tell anybody else. Tell her not to speak to her mother about anything. Because, you know, Amanda and Jake is part of that. And anybody, they are snitches. They will, anything you tell them, they're going to try to obstruct and wreck you. So tell her, from now on, don't speak to anybody else, don't trust anybody else, and watch. Okay, so what we'll do, I tell her, I want you guys to move up here. Her mother can move up here, but she's just going to put up with bullshit. Okay, because I'm not putting up with her mother. Okay, I'm not doing it. I don't know who she is, but I already don't like her. Okay, so anyway, we got to get this place we got to call the Historical Society, because that's John Dillinger's old hideout where the chief of police used to hide him out there. Everybody knows already. But I want you to come up here and we'll fix this. Okay, there's no reason to keep your daughter away from you and to keep you away from your money. There's no reason, you know, to keep you away from me. I want you here, and I'm going to erase everything that happened. I really will fix everything. I promise. You'll help me. Okay, I love you. I want you to do this. Think about it seriously. It has to happen. I won't stop until you do it. Okay, I promise. And I know you ain't going to like it here. It's rough. But we're going to fix this better when we're together. We will have the power to find him. And if it's not, I promise, we can move anywhere you want to go. But we won't have to. I promise, please. I know it's going to be rough to face all these issues, but we have to do it. I want to. We have to do it. We have to do it together, though. Okay, I love you. Bye.